Collective. This is serious, okay? This is serious. This is not a joke. I'm hearing, what's that like when they do back in the day when they used to do the tornado warnings on the TV that loud and this is not a drill. This is not a drill. Warning, warning. Okay, I recorded this in black and white, yes, because the filter is cute, but also because this is not a situation with areas of gray. This is a black or white situation. Okay, and you need to take it as such. Like I just felt like I feel kind of sick to my stomach, to be honest. I feel like my nerves, like the minute I tap into this energy, like my nerves, like I'm doing that, but I'm being dramatic about it just so you can see what it is that I'm feeling. I feel like if you don't heed this warning, you may be in for a world of regret. Like that shit low-key got me a little bit emotional because there's some people who may not get a warning and gonna fall victim to this energy, and that shit is fucked up. But so let me just start with what came out first. You got the It's, well, whatever, you can see it. You got the Emperor in reverse. You don't even need to see, you just need to hear, okay? Just need to hear. Pay attention, please. You got the Emperor in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Swords, okay? Now, before the Seven of Swords even came out, just that Emperor in reverse, and this already was given. I'm like, I'm not really feeling this energy. Last card, Seven of Swords, okay? Now, let me tell you what I'm feeling and how I'm feeling it. So, some of you have been wondering if someone, this is going to be about somebody that you already had dealings with, okay? Some of you have been wondering or questioning if somebody from the past is, because they're obviously trying to come back around. They're obviously in your energy, and they're obviously watching, which is probably why you're even thinking about this or considering this, okay? This is somebody that you already had dealings with, already talked to, already had an experience with, probably closed it out, kept it moving, whatever. But they're trying to come back around and present themselves as the Emperor. But with this in reverse, they are not that, okay? With this Seven of Swords, it's funny because I felt like, because you got two foxes up here, and you know foxes are known for being sneaky. But because these two foxes are conversing, I feel like this is pre-planned, okay? That's what makes it so sick. This is pre-planned. There's a lot of things, they're going to come to you and present, however they're going to present themselves. But there's a lot that they are not going to tell you. Okay, there's a lot of things they are keeping from you. They're keeping behind your back, and it's interesting because I was telling myself, not telling myself, but I was picking up on. I said they're gonna try and wait until until they're back into your good graces, until you are all in love and or just in your feelings or whatever, before they're honest about what these things are. Okay, and they're lying again. This is on purpose. You see this with the fingers crossed behind the back. That means you know you're about to lie. That means you know you're lying as you're lying. And with these two sneaky foxes, you know you're lying before you go to do the lie. Okay, Spirit confirmed that for me with the Ten of Pentacles. Like I said, they're gonna wait until you are already invested in order to tell you these truths, right? So then I clarified. I'm like, okay, well, what's up, Spirit? You got the Tower in reverse. Now, this is the card that told it off for me because initially I seen, okay, the Tower, I seen it because it came out to clarify the Six of Cups in reverse. I seen it as like, okay, it's somebody probably from your past, but with the Tower, I'm like, okay, usually the Tower, like these are big major changes, but changes that you didn't necessarily see coming. So initially I was seeing it as like, okay, with it in reverse, I'm like, this, you probably had to be intentional about kind of leaving this connection where it was. But then Spirit zoomed, like literally zoomed my vision out, just like in this card. They zoomed my vision out and they told me to look at the actual card, right? Let me see, let me try to get a little closer. All right, now this is where shit get important. In this card, I started to see this as like a phallus. Yes, eggplant, okay? That's what I started to see this as, and it's the scrotum, phallus, whatever, right? 555. And I've seen these hands as somebody holding the phallus, okay? But then you see the fire. So this phallus is burning, okay? Someone has an STD, okay? And they more than likely, because if y'all already had dealings, what I was picking up on is they went back to somebody from the past, somebody they were familiar with, and whoever that was, they fucked around and burned them. Okay? Okay. Now, even when I seen that, I'm like, okay, they're burning, but I mean, I'm like, for Spirit to be making such an emphasis, this has to be something big or major. The Star card came out in reverse. Okay? I'm saying it like that so that it is clear for those who do or do not read tarot. This is so important. The Star card upright, 717. The Star card upright is all about, mostly about healing, okay? But it came out in reverse to clarify the Emperor in reverse. Whatever this is, there is no healing this. Okay? You picking up what I'm putting down? Whatever this burning, there is no amount of water to cool this fire. This person that got fucked around and got something that they cannot get rid of. And now they are trying to make their way to you, building a life with you, but building a life based off of lies, and are not planning on admitting this until it's too late. This shit is sick, okay? They came out as the Emperor in reverse. After I did all of that shuffling and clarifying, at the bottom of the deck was the Empress in reverse. Misery loves company. They want you stuck with them. They want you in the same position as them. This is a couple. The Emperor and the Empress. They both came out in reverse. Under that, you got the Three of Cups in reverse. This is not somebody you want to do business with. This is not somebody you want to be going out on dates with, getting comfortable with. You do not play around with this, collective. This is not a joke. This is not a warning. And then when I paused to look at it, I seen these like bumps popping up like bumps. And then if you look at the Emperor, I had to turn him up right for a second. He's looking and waiting for this. He's waiting to see how this affects you. He's waiting for you to say something or for you to start having a reaction. Be careful, collective. Be motherfucking